let's talk about spam today.
What kind of spam? Are you talking about the kind that people sometimes eat for breakfast?
No, I want to talk about the kind of spam that lands in our mailboxes every day. Do you know that up to 90% of email today on the internet is spam? It's very important to understand why spam exists in the first place.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why spam exists is for advertising purposes. Do you remember when you used to get a bunch of junk mail through the post office? Well, now the same junk mail can get to you and more people for lower cost through email.
Yeah, and certainly another big reason for spam to exist is phishing. Remember those phishing emails that we get in our mailbox all the time? They look like they're from your bank, from eBay, PayPal, Amazon, you name it, the businesses we regularly interact with. And they are trying to get you to visit a site, reveal your personal identity and such. And that's a large fraction of spam that we see. It's important to realize that your ISP, your company, your Gmail account providers, your Yahoo accounts, they are employing very sophisticated spam filtering today. In fact, most of us don't realize that the spam we see in our mailboxes is barely 10% of the spam that is out there that is targeted to us, because these email providers get rid of 90%, up to 90% of spam certainly for us. However, they're not perfect. The reason they're not perfect is because the spammers are constantly trying to look for new ways to circumvent their filters. So there are more things that we need to do to get rid of the spam that they cannot filter for us.
So we're responsible ourselves for taking care of the remaining 10% of spam that they can't deal with. Almost all email clients nowadays have options for you to create your own filters to block spam. For instance, you can block sending from certain email addresses. Your ISP or company might have documentation to help you do this, and they also might be able to help you in case certain good email is being incorrectly marked as spam.
Certainly. Well, it's important for people to understand that even though the ISPs, your Gmail accounts, providers and your Yahoo account providers are doing what they can to get rid of spam, and you can configure your local filters, in spite of all these efforts, there will be some spam that you will see in your mailboxes, and it's important for people to take measures to defend against that spam. So very first thing that they can do is to just be careful about the email senders and the body of the email. For example, if some email is claiming to be from eBay, but the email address is that of a Hotmail account, then people should be really wary of that kind of an email. Similarly, the subject line, the body of the email message, if that contains typos, misspelled words, then that's a pretty good indication that something is a spam. And the spammers are doing those to escape spam filters, but the users can make use of that knowledge to their advantage.
Right, those are good steps they can take. You can also, whether you think an email is spam or not, be sure never to click on links from emails, especially from your bank or other financial institutions, but also from your friends as well. Instead of clicking on these links, you should just go to the site that is purporting to take you to directly.
Well, most people don't realize how spammers get their email addresses.
One way they can get your email address is just through anywhere you posted it on the web. And you can protect yourself from this by disguising your email address. You can add additional spaces or other characters in your email address, or if you're posting on your own website, you can put it as a picture instead of in text.
Also, be careful about the sites you visit, and particularly if you give your email addresses on those sites. Another thing that is very important to realize is to be mindful of the mailing list that you sign up for. Free newsletters, free coupon mailings, a lot of those businesses will sell your email addresses, so be careful. A final word of caution: while spam filters do a very good job of filtering spam out, they can sometimes be too aggressive, which means that a good email can sometimes land in your spam box.
To protect against this, you should occasionally look at your spam or junk email folder. If there's any good messages you see in there, add their senders to your whitelist so they don't end up there again in the future.
For more information on the topic of spam or on other security topics, please visit our website at securitymatters.iu.edu.